This is the luxury world. Get inspired with us today and tomorrow. Acquiring a Rolex in 2025 demands far more than just deep pockets. It requires a sharp sense of discernment and a grasp of market realities. Some timepieces may exude luxury on the wrist, but their financial performance tells a completely different story. While retail prices reach ever higher levels, resale values often tumble shortly after leaving the boutique. The harsh truth. Many of these underperforming models are not obscure vintage oddities. They are modern, hyped-up releases marketed as grails by influencers, only to nosedive by thousands on the secondary market. In today's video brought to you by the Luxury World, we will examine 10 Rolex watches that currently make some of the least advisable purchases from an authorized dealer in 2025. Some carry the shimmer of solid gold, others sport the prestige of iconic names, but they all share one unfortunate trait: steep depreciation and lukewarm demand. For those seeking horological sophistication without instant regret, these models may be best admired from a distance or sourced smartly from the gray market. Please subscribe to Luxury World for exclusive access to upcoming insights, curated content, and expert guidance to help elevate every step of your watch investment journey. Rolex GMT-Master II Root Beer in Evrose Gold. The GMT-Master II Root Beer in full Evrose Gold exudes warmth and vintage charm, but buyers are turning away in 2025. Retailing for approximately $50,000, this variant attempts to blend luxury with nostalgia. However, the market is gravitating towards steel GMTs that deliver a similar look and functionality at half the price. Consequently, the full gold root beer has slipped into the shadows of the catalog, unloved and underwhelming. On the secondary market, resale values for this model range between $20,000 and $22,000, reflecting a staggering depreciation of 55% to 60%. It is a watch with a personality crisis, neither fully embraced by enthusiasts nor justified by collectors. Purchasing this at full price is akin to acquiring designer luggage just before the airline misplaces it. A painful mismatch between cost and experience. Rolex Yacht-Master 42 in yellow or white gold Oysterflex. The Yacht-Master 42 on Oysterflex, whether in yellow or white gold, aims to fuse sporty flair with upscale elegance. Retail pricing hovers between $34,000 and $36,000 in 2025. With gold construction paired to a rubber strap, this watch resembles a formal suit paired with sneakers, modern and sleek, yet divisive. Unfortunately, resale values do not hold steady. Pre-owned listings often range from $20,000 to $31,000. Mint examples from earlier production years, such as 2022 or 2023, can occasionally be found around $26,500. The financial loss ranges from 10% to 25%, depending on the condition and the dealer's mood. Buying this new is like popping champagne at brunch, fun in the moment, followed by financial second-guessing. Rolex Sky Dweller in full gold. At first glance, the full gold Sky Dweller commands attention. Offered in rose or yellow gold with an annual calendar and fluted bezel, it seems destined for prestige. Retailing for more than $55,000 in 2025, it is Rolex's boldest expression of functional luxury. However, demand has softened. Gray market prices have adjusted downward to around $38,000 for unworn examples, often box fresh and unsold. That equates to a nearly 30% loss for buyers who walk out of boutiques with high hopes. It is like buying a supercar in a city built for bicycles, visually impressive but logistically unwise. Rolex Submariner in full gold. The full gold Submariner, in both yellow gold bluesy and white gold Cookie Monster variations, retains its imposing presence. Retailing at $50,000 and $54,000, respectively, these watches ooze classic dive watch appeal with a precious metal twist. Yet, the market no longer flocks to them. In 2025, resale listings often hover between $29,000 and $38,000, depending on the variant and condition. That is up to a 30% immediate value decline. Despite their beauty, they are increasingly viewed as luxury items out of sync with their original purpose. Wearing one might feel like donning velvet loafers at a pool party, sophisticated but absurdly misplaced. Rolex Explorer 36 in steel and yellow gold. Positioned as a blend of tool watch tradition and upscale detail, the steel and yellow gold Explorer 36 remains an awkward hybrid in 2025. Retailing just above $14,000, the watch attempts to modernize a design beloved for its rugged simplicity. The experiment has not paid off. Resale values linger around $11,450, a 25% drop that signals weak demand. Its niche status makes it difficult to offload in a saturated market. The Explorer line has long appealed to purists, and injecting precious metal into its DNA has only confused the fan base. It remains one of the brand's more puzzling modern missteps. Rolex Sky Dweller in gold with Oysterflex strap. The Sky Dweller on an Oysterflex strap, the so-called luxury mullet, mixes an opulent gold case with a rubber band, retailing from $47,000 to $56,000. While visually eye-catching, this dual identity piece has proven less versatile in practice. On the secondary market, prices sank to a sobering $24,000 to $30,500, even for unworn examples. That is up to a 45% loss for a watch with high-end functionality and an annual calendar complication. Supply continues to exceed demand as models pile up in showroom cases. Despite its technical prowess, the watch has become symbolic of misplaced priorities, a financial flex that falls flat. Rolex GMT-Master II Pepsi in white gold. The white gold GMT-Master II Pepsi strives for status, retailing near $49,000 in 2025. With its iconic bezel and precious metal case, it tries to blend vintage vibes with luxury heft. However, savvy buyers see through the glitter. The steel version offers a nearly identical aesthetic for half the price, making the white gold model a tough sell. Resale values average between $35,500 and $38,000, marking a 20% to 25% drop immediately after purchase. It is akin to booking a private jet only to share the terminal with economy flyers. Rolex Yacht-Master 40 in Everose Gold Oysterflex. The Yacht-Master 40 in Everose Gold presents a refined and balanced design, making it a fan favorite. But with retail pricing between $35,000 and $36,500, its elegant charm does not guarantee investment merit. In reality, the secondary market paints a dimmer picture. Unworn or nearly mint examples trade for $29,000 to $31,000, and older models can dip as low as $26,500. That is up to a 20% loss within weeks of purchase. It is the horological equivalent of buying in flight with feet for a short flight, pricey, fleeting, and ultimately unneeded. Rolex Sea Dweller in steel and yellow gold two-tone. Blending diver toughness with dressy flair, the two-tone Sea Dweller in 43mm format is among Rolex's more polarizing offerings. Priced at approximately $22,500 in 2025, it is too large and flashy for dive watch purists and too bulky for fans of the Submariner. The market reception was lukewarm at best. Gray market values hover between $12,000 and $15,500, sometimes less if they sit unsold. The design feels caught between identities, and demand reflects that confusion. Buying this piece brand new is like ordering top-shelf champagne at a dive bar. It simply does not fit the setting. Rolex GMT-Master II in yellow gold. The full yellow gold GMT-Master II certainly makes a statement. With an authoritative presence and a $50,000 retail price tag in 2025, it seeks to command respect. Resale value, however, tells a different story. Clean examples trade for around $42,500 to $43,500, an immediate 10% to 15% drop. While still a highly recognizable and attractive model, its premium construction does not shield it from market correction. Buying a Rolex in 2025 without first consulting the gray market is a costly oversight. Many models, regardless of their initial appeal, suffer immediate and steep depreciation once they leave the showroom. That new watch scent may be intoxicating, but it quickly fades when market value slips faster than the second hand. What are your thoughts on the topic we shared in this video? We would love to hear your perspective. Feel free to share your thoughts in the comments and give the video a thumbs up if you found it insightful. Do not forget to follow Luxury World for more curated content on fine timepieces and market insights. Thank you for watching, and we look forward to welcoming you again in our next video.